The scenario I chose is, during a bachelorette boat cruise in the Greek islands, the maid of honor and the bride's secret crush discover each other. Sparks fly on deck as the bride's widowed sister watches, torn between jealousy and excitement. I will tell this story from my perspective, capturing the forbidden love, the raw emotion, the allure of danger, and the hope of a second chance, all wrapped in a sensuous, tasteful narrative that pulls you into my world of longing and unexpected passion. And never imagined that a simple trip could turn into a whirlwind of forbidden feelings. When I accepted my best friend Ella's invitation to join her on the Bachelorette cruise in Greece, I thought it was just another adventure. Sipping wine by the pool, dancing under the stars, the usual carefree escape. But from the very moment I saw him, everything changed. His name is Marcus, the kind of man who commands attention without even trying. Dark hair tousled by the sea breeze, eyes that hold secrets I longed to unravel. I knew I shouldn't feel this way about him. Not only because he was Ella's friend, but because I was the sister of the bride, Ella's sister, Lily. I had always watched from the sidelines, the quiet observer of love stories unfolding around me, never daring to throw myself into the flames. Yet, as days turned into nights on that boat, my heart betrayed me. The boat was floating in the crystal-clear waters of the Greek islands, the sun casting golden hues over the waves, the scent of salt mingling with jasmine from the nearby coast. I remember the way the wind felt on my skin during that sunset yoga session, the way Marcus's deep voice broke through my thoughts when he helped me stretch, his touch lingering just a second longer than necessary. We shared stolen glances, fleeting smiles that spoke of forbidden longing. I caught myself imagining what it would feel like to finally give in, to let go of all restraint and indulge in this dangerous attraction. One evening, after everyone else had retired for the night, Marcus and I found ourselves alone on the deck. The moonlight was shimmering on the water, casting a silvery glow that made everything feel surreal. We leaned against the railing, talking softly about life, lost loves, and dreams left unfulfilled. His voice was rich and soothing, laced with a hint of vulnerability that made my pulse race. I felt the heat of his body beside mine, the subtle scent of his cologne, citrus and spice, that seemed to intoxicate me. Without thinking, I reached out, my fingers brushing his hand, and he responded with a gentle squeeze that made my skin tingle. Just then, I saw Lily watching us from a distance, her eyes wide and searching. I felt a pang of guilt, a fierce tug between what was right and what felt so irresistibly right in that moment. I wanted to tell her how I felt, to confess that Marcus had become my secret obsession, the one man I couldn't forget. But instead, I simply smiled at her, trying to mask my longing, knowing full well that the night was far from over. If this confession has you on the edge of your seat, hit like and share, because you will not believe what happens next. As the boat swayed gently with the tide, Marcus leaned in closer, his voice a low whisper. "You're beautiful," he said, his eyes dark with emotion. My heart fluttered wildly, a mixture of fear and desire flooding through me. I wanted to tell him to kiss me, to forget all the consequences. But I hesitated, knowing that crossing this line would change everything. Yet, the pull was too strong. I tilted my face up, and our lips met in a tentative, electrifying kiss, a mixture of longing and rebellion. A secret dance we dared to dance once more. From that moment, I knew our connection would become our forbidden sanctuary. We found stolen moments, hidden secrets behind closed cabin doors during the day, whispered confessions under the stars at night. Each encounter felt like a dangerous game, thrilling, intoxicating, terrifying. Every touch left a mark on my skin, a reminder of how far I was willing to go for what I truly wanted. I was falling for him, helplessly, completely, despite knowing I was risking everything, including my sister's happiness. But love, I realized, doesn't always follow the rules. Sometimes it simply finds a way. Lily's presence cast a constant shadow over my mind. I watched her from afar, her laughter ringing out as she danced with Ella, a glow of happiness on her face. Yet behind her eyes, I sensed a secret sadness, perhaps a knowing that her sister's heart had been stolen anew. I wondered if she suspected the truth, if she saw the sparks whenever Marcus and I exchanged glances. The guilt ate at me, a persistent ache in my chest, but the passion overshadowed every whisper of conscience. We were caught in a web of our own making, and neither of us wanted to escape. I craved the forbidden thrill, the danger of loving someone I shouldn't, knowing that this love might shatter everything. The nights grew darker, more intense. We found ourselves tangled in sheets, our bodies pressed close as the waves rocked the boat. The ocean song was a backdrop to our secret romance, whispered promises and stolen kisses, the taste of longing. Every touch ignited a fire deep within me, awakening desires I had long suppressed. I wondered how long we could keep this clandestine affair hidden, how much longer I could resist the siren call of his embrace. I knew that crossing this line meant risking not only my sister's friendship, but also my own heart's safety. One afternoon, as we lounged by the deck's edge, Marcus looked at me with intensity. "You're different when you're around me," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. "I've never felt this way before." Years threatening to spill over, afraid that this love was a reckless fantasy. Yet I couldn't deny the truth. My heart had already made its choice. I reached for his hand, holding on tight, feeling the warmth of his palm against mine. It was a silent vow, a promise to cherish the stolen moments, to embrace the forbidden love that dared to blossom in the midst of chaos. And now, as I sit here, reminiscing about those days, I realize how much I've changed. Love has the power to heal and to hurt, to tear down walls and build new ones. I think about the future, about what could be if we dared to be brave, if we dared to defy the world and follow our hearts. Perhaps this is our second chance, a rare gift from the universe in the form of a turbulent, forbidden love. I don't know what lies ahead, but I do know that I will cherish every moment, every whisper, every heartbeat that brings me closer to him. If you've enjoyed this story so far, please like, share, and subscribe. Your support means everything, and I promise there's more to come. More love, more heartbreak, and perhaps, just perhaps, a happily ever after that defies all odds. Because in the end, love finds a way, even in the most forbidden corners of our hearts.